Here with Aber Town manager Ian Hughes. Now 2-1 loss tonight, you must be quite frustrated with it.
Yeah, it was a tough one to take today because obviously I thought we did really well in the game in terms of the chances we created, ball possession. I thought we dominated the game for the first hour really. We should have got the second goal, we had chances to make it 2-0. But then obviously we get done by a sucker punch, I suppose you could say. They get 2 goals late on. And it's happened before this season, of course, but you know we need to look at that. We need to address that because it's becoming every game now. So yeah, we're disappointed, but you know we wanted to take it to the last game of the season and see whether we could get 3rd place. That doesn't seem to be likely now, but you know we're still a top 4 team, and I think people need to remember that there's been progression since they came in. We finished 3rd from bottom and stayed up by a point when I took over. And the way the players have changed the outlook of the club, and now we're a top 4 club. So within 2 years we're talking about potentially going out of the league to qualifying for Europe every year. So, and I think the players deserve all that credit because they came together, they united together, and you know they want to do well for this club as I do. So we're disappointed tonight, but the outlook of it all, you know, to make sure this club is a top 4 club. I think they deserve full credit. You know, we've got 1 game to go now, but you know, in terms of the season, I think recently it's not been great, but in terms of the season, we're quite content.
Then on tonight's game, you spoke about a chance we had. We had a wonder save by the keeper to keep a minute, cleared off the line somehow, back heel, and then they tried all second half to score. Mike Lewis put off some great saves, so it looked to be in our hands, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I think Mike saved one chance. I think Mike saved Lee handed the chance. Mike saved with his legs, but straight at him. So other than that, I think it was quite a comfortable game for Mike, if I'm being honest. You know, maybe less so for Ashley Morris, their keeper. So I think that demonstrates how well we did. And we've got to remember, Bala, I think they're guaranteed second now. So playing against the 2nd best team in the league, we probably should have won. We should have won the game. So again, that demonstrates, you know, we're moving in the right direction with the players that we've got. You know, we want to keep progressing. It's important we don't stand still. I think that would be criminal if we stood still really. So we want to keep progressing. We want to bring better players to the club to make sure that we're challenging towards the top of the league again next season.
In the Bala interview with Sky, they spoke about being a magnificent win coming to Park Avenue winning. Their celebration showed it. Yeah,
and that's what we say. You know, over the last couple of months, it's not been great here, but you know, not many teams come here now. I think maybe if we go 3-4 years ago, teams were coming here and taking it as 3 points. Now they don't do that. They understand it's a tough place to come. First thing the players did was to make this a bit of a fortress. So yeah, some of the goals has been soft. We need to look at that and work at that, and we will do.
And then Port Talbot away next week. Now it looks like the playoffs. How are you approaching the game?
Well, you know, I think we're 10 points ahead of Port Talbot at the moment and Newtown. So, you know, not only are we top of 4th place, we're 10 points ahead of 5th place. So that again, that demonstrates, you know, how far we've come. This club qualified for Europe for the first time really last year. I know they did it in the Intertoto Cup, but in terms of coefficient points, it was the first time that Aberystwyth Town got coefficient points for qualifying for a proper European competition, if you like, the Europa League or Champions League. So that's happened once in over its 100-year history. So to do it twice, back to back, is going to be tough, but we're giving ourselves a great chance, and the players are giving themselves a great chance to go and do that. And if they do that, I think they deserve immense credit because, as I say, history's against us. This club doesn't usually qualify for Europe, does it? No, we've done it last year, and we've got a great opportunity again this year. So, you know, to be in this position is a great thing. We just need to make sure now that we go on and take that opportunity that we have. And then
the crowd are definitely respecting and being proud of a team. That's one of the biggest attendances this year for us.
Yeah, you know, the crowd have been great. It was officially the last home game in terms of the late 32-game league. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank them. They've supported us throughout the season. Certainly on Friday night games, they tend to produce an atmosphere. And the students that come along, so they deserve every credit for that. And they pushed us on when we needed to be pushed on. Just disappointed for them, really, that we couldn't get the win that they deserve because their support has been excellent as always.